Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Haiku Friday. Well, what day is it? Well, it's Haiku Friday, March 27th, 2026, the day before the big No Kings rally. I hope you are all excited and ready for that here in Spokane. I bet we'll have like 30, 40,000 people. That's going to be my guess. It's going to be a beautiful day. And at B.A. Clark Park tomorrow from 1 to 4:30 p.m. And that's the corner of Empire and Garland. It might stretch all the way up to Franklin Park, which is about a mile north of there, lining the street of Division, both sides. So very excited about that. I'll be broadcasting to KYRS live, reporting, hopefully bringing some speeches, talking to people, music, things like that. It should be fun. All right. And what else can you do? I mean, that's like one thing you can actually do is get out there. So wherever you are, of course, if you're in Canada, ironically, probably Canada doesn't have No Kings protests, and they're part of the Commonwealth, so they do have a king, but not like a dumb shit, insane person that we have as our dictator who's going to put his name on the money now. I think he should put his picture on there too, I think. All right, here we go. Haiku Friday, March 27th, 2026. We've got a couple from Max Q. Late winter heat wave. The first prospects of summer, harbingers of hell. Second one from Max Q. Ye old crossing guard, waves at the cars passing by, suntanned and stooping. Max Q was on his way for a substitute teaching gig at his old school. That's got to be weird. And saw this site and passed that on. Thank you, Max Q. Hope you don't get too hot there. Here is one from Bill. Now, I'm going to put this picture on the comments on Facebook. Like I said, I don't really have a way to do that, unless I suppose I could edit this and stick the picture in there, which if I have time, maybe I will, but probably won't. But it's a very cool picture of a waterfall that's frozen. So here we go. Here's Bill's. A trapped waterfall waiting for the warmth of spring for its release. Now, Bill writes such lovely haikus, and Bill also takes such great pictures that correspond with these haikus, and this is no exception. So thank you, Bill. I appreciate it, and if you're on Facebook, I'll have it posted there for sure. Okay, here is Rikosan. All right, Rikosan writes anonymously, saying what needs to be said, your confession. All right. Very good, Rikosan. And yeah, I think there seems to be some of those going on. I just noticed Kash Patel's emails got hacked by the Iranians, so be prepared for some e-confessions there, I suspect, of a very nasty nature. All right, here is mine. All right. Soccermom Susie. Is it time for her return? Contemplate Maxie. Okay, I'll explain that if you want to stay tuned. If not, tune out and let the mystery embrace you. All right, let's get started with. I'll tell you what's been going on this week. So, Sarah had her cancer surgery yesterday, and it all went swimmingly well, and so we're very happy about that. And you always feel like things are going to go good, but then they happen and they go good. It makes you feel really good. What a great team! No surprises. Yeah, she did great. And of course, looking forward to getting all the official, all the nitty gritty of what they found, how it went down. But so far, it sounds fantastic. All right. Linoleum printing. I've got 3 projects going on right now simultaneously. Well, not including writing projects, but 3 physical projects. So here's one. This is Nick the Beat, of course, with Be Attitude. I think you can see that, I think? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can see that. The Beatitude. He's got his fist saying Nick. And so that's the one thing I've finished is this lino cut print, which I've got plans for. It's really fun. I do enjoy this. My friend Steen kind of turned me onto it, and I'll always be grateful to Steen for that. The other projects I have is a painting right now of a condor over the Columbia River. Yes, it's a California condor. That's what they were, but they were seen up until I think the beginning of the early 20th century. There were condors over the Columbia River, mostly I think towards the ocean because they ate a lot of the whale carcasses and stuff. But I love me some condors. And so why not go with a homegrown condor? Apparently they're trying to reintroduce them. So I'm looking at it right now. I think it's going to be a cool painting, but it's my painting, so what else would I say? I'm working on outdoor art for the garden this year. I showed you my prototype of the salmon. I'm making the big salmon, big 3-foot long salmon, so it's not like crazy huge, but yeah, so making the big salmon right now. That should be fun. Been writing a lot of poetry for Nick the Beat, ghostwriting Nick the Beat's poetry for him. And I'm looking at his head right now, hanging on my wall. And hopefully, I've got one I wrote yesterday while Sarah was in surgery called Beatitude, which, of course, is goes with the graphic art, right? So we've got that. And I've been writing some other poetry. Oh, my son Aiden turned me on to this Afro Man song, which was Lemon Pound Cake, which I really enjoyed. And then I thought I would turn other people on to the song. And my friend Mel got a hold of me and said, Afro Man is a Trumpster and a terrible transphobe. Which I don't think people are really afraid of trans people. I think they just hate us. So he's a trans hater. So I started rewriting the words to Lemon Pound Cake, which incidentally is Afro Man did. He just rewrote the words to Down by the Boardwalk. And so I've been writing that because Afro Man wants trans people to use the bathrooms for which they were originally, for the gender for which they were originally assigned. And so really, what I'm saying in my song is Afro Man wants me in his can. That's the song. Afro Man wants me in his can. And I have written the words. I need to record it. That'll be fun. Afro Man, he holds a grudge. So maybe he'll have a grudge against me. I don't know. We'll see. Too bad, because I really liked his stuff. I thought it was clever and funny. And what a great response to something awful that happens to you to make light of it. I've done that for a long time. That's what he did with his Lemon Pound Cake song. And, but now, he doesn't like me. But I can still like Afro Man. He just wants me in the can with him. The garden is going well. I've got all the seedlings started downstairs. I've got to water them today, but it's going well. Get out there and start cleaning things up and get out and start making the garden look good. Get ready for my cool art that I'm going to put up. Yeah. So, this September, I realize it'll be 10 years of transitioning for me. I don't know. Is there a point where you are done transitioning, or am I still? I think we are all transitioning, right? I mean, if I hadn't transitioned from my male to female, I would be transitioning from middle-aged to elderly person. And that'll be a transition that'll keep going until it stops. So that's all I have for you. Please send me your haikus. Please, please, please. Go to haikufriday.com. That's where I post all these things. And you can go there and look at that. You can follow me on the YouTubes at Spokaneorama. And if you're a Facebook aficionado, it will be there. Also on Substack and on Substack and Blue Sky. Oh, and I guess I should circle back to my haiku about Soccermom Susie. Well, about 15 years ago, I think it was, maybe even longer than that, maybe almost 18 years ago, I had done the Spokesman Review would print its articles online and would allow online commentary of people. And they were able to comment with anonymous names. And somebody started commenting as Soccermom Susie. And it became quite the phenom here in Spokane. Lots of people were familiar with it, especially people working at the newspaper. And there was like the hunt for who is this crazy conservative writing this nutty stuff, just over the top conservatism. And Soccermom Susie had a pit bull poodle hybrid, a pit bloodle named Maxie, which got swept up in a big windstorm. So there was lots of stories about Soccermom Susie and her husband and stuff, and the kind of hijinks they got into. And she accidentally shot a border guard down in Arizona, I think it was, because he looked Mexican. He was Mexican, so she just shot him. You know, she goes down. She had her little rascal. She can walk just fine, but she'd ride her little rascal everywhere. Anyway, it got to the point where Soccermom Susie, I think, was pretty hard to do parody because, they have become, the Republicans, the conservatives, have become so over the top, beyond parody. I mean, like every day we tune in and we see, oh, this conservative is a pedophile. I mean, it's a continual stream of conservative pedophiles, conservative rapists, conservative thieves. It just goes on and on and on. And so it's like, how do you even parody these ridiculous people anymore? Who elected a buffoon, loser, rapist, 34-time convicted clown who wears clown makeup. And that still isn't enough to stop them from supporting him. So how do you parody that? Well, this morning I read an editorial in the paper, and it was a guy, Rupke, I think his name was, and he writes a parody opinion column as a Trump supporter. And it was like, I guess you can still do this. There's still unmined territory. So I've been really thinking about, I've been really hoping that maybe Soccermom Susie might make a reappearance in Substack. So anyway, that's what's going on. Thanks for tuning in. Go to haikufriday.com, and I will see you all next week. Send me your haikus. Love you. Bye.